Hi, good afternoon. I'm your host, Beverley Prior, and I'm on my journey for another third Friday in the month to talk on different topics. So, welcome to Topics with Miss Beverly. I'm glad you're able to join, and as usual, if you're not able to join, then I'll put it in the Facebook so that you can listen. I'm coming to you today with a very, very important topic. It's called small business. And I would like for you just to continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and share so that I can get a lot of likes on my channel. All I'm here doing is just talking business, that's all, just business. And so I welcome each of you. Thank you for those who have been encouraging me. I really do appreciate you. This is my fourth Friday. Um, I've done 3 sessions already. I've done budget, I've done church's contribution, I've done credit card and payday loans, and today we are going to be talking about small business. And as you know, that many of us, we come from different backgrounds and everything, live in different states, live in different countries. So you will have to find out. I can only talk about my state and my country that I'm living in. So you still will have to find out what are the procedures or requirements for your country or your state or your city. That is very, very important. But today I would like to just share just a little tip or tips with you all so that I can just give you a better understanding about small business. All right? So, as usual, I start with a scripture because I tell you I'm a Christian, and so I usually start with a scripture or prayer, or I do end with it. So today, I'm going to end with the scripture. Now, there are different types of businesses, as you know. It can be not for profit, it can be LLC, it can be sole proprietors, partnership, it can be escort. Feel comfortable to do business or the best business that will suit you and that you like. You don't have to have anybody pressuring you to tell you whether you should do a not for profit or a LLC or a sole proprietor. Just ask God to lead you in that direction and He will help you. Now, some of these small businesses that are formed, um, some people sometimes get themselves in trouble because they do not understand the law that governs these business. For example, if we do have not-for-profit, we see it as the most business that really need a lot of attention. The not-for-profit, like churches, like organization that start a business and say it's not for profit, they don't want anything from it, and then at the end of the day, it's not like that. So with the not-for-profit organization, Everything must be recorded. Every revenue must be booked. All expenses must be accounted for. Um, Ensure at all times that your accounting record or records are fully maintained. And that's my advice to you with the not-for-profit. Also, with the partnership, a lot of people get themselves in trouble because, say, two or three people decide to do partnership. Now, if you have two people or three, because a partnership cannot be just you alone. It must you would fall under the category of a sole proprietor. So if two people decide to start a business, let me tell you, right? The profit is not 50-50 unless you come in with the same amount of money. So if you're going to start a business, a partnership business, and both of you say the business will take $100,000, both of you would have to come in with half of it, each with half. Now, if you don't do that, say you come in with 30,000, the other person come in with 70,000, then the person who come in with 70,000, their profit would be more. For example, if you have three people and say it's $100, right? Say John take in 48% of the revenue, Mary takes in 24% of the revenue, and Blair take in 30% of the revenue. That's how the profit um, the profit would work out that Blair would get 48%, um, Mary would get 24%, and Blair would get 28%. For example, if the revenue is for, like, say, $105, for example, right? Then you will have to calculate, you would have to average it, multiply and divide to get how much each person would be awarded from the profit. Now, whenever we are preparing to start a business, please ensure that you do the following. And these are tips, but they are very real. Do not just get up and say, um, you know what, I'm tired of my job. I'm tired of working with people. So you're just going to get up and start a business. No, there are some things that you have to put in place. Because even if you do have the money to start the business, you still have to put things in place. Also, if you're going to get asked for a loan from a loan organization, they're going to ask you about these requirements. So, number one, um, you have to do your market research to see if the business will succeed. I hope you're hearing me properly. So, you have to do your market research to see if the business will succeed in your area, or even if you're going to do the business online. Okay? So please remember that. Do your market research to see if the business will succeed in your area or if it will succeed online, because you don't want to put the money in and then you get absolutely nothing. No profit is being generated from it. Next, you have to prepare a business plan. This business plan is to outline your intentions and what you need to achieve, especially monetary. So you would have to find a bookkeeper or someone or an accountant who can help you with a business plan. Most people charge to do business plan, but sometimes you do have people in your area who are qualified and can assist you with that, especially people who are already in business and have gone through the process. They can assist you in that area. Next, you have to come up with a business name that people can gravitate to. The business name is very important. You cannot be selling shoes polish and name your business is all about you. You must come up with a business name like Clean and Shine Polish, right? And people will know that you're selling polish. So don't just come up with any random name, right? Make sure that your business use a name that will gravitate to the public or to your customers. Now, do not forget to register your business. That is very important. Um, in the state of Florida here, we have to go to sunbiz.org, sunbiz.org. Now, if you are not in Florida, then you would have to go to your somewhere in your state to assist you, or you can ask someone to assist you. But here in the state of Florida, you have to go to sunbase.org. So if not, find the information in your state where you can go and register your business, because it is very important for us to register our business, because you know the government wants his money and he's going to get it, right? Now, next you have to apply for an EIN number. You can apply for it online. However, before applying, and that is very important because a lot of people, they, they register, they apply for the EIN, but when they go to the registration office, they realize that someone already have the business name. And the registration office is not going to use the same business name that someone already has. So that is very, very important. That is why we encourage people to register the business first before getting an EIN number, because you can go um, back online on the registration when you get the EIN number and update the registration form with the EIN number. So you apply for the EIN number. You can apply for it online. However, before applying, please ensure to register your business first, because you want to know if the name that you have selected is available to be used in your state. And as I said before, the state will never have more than one business with the same name. So that is very important. Um, Next, do not use your personal account for your business. Please open a bank account for your business. So after you receive your registration document from the state and your EIN number, then you can take both of them to the bank and open a checking account for your business. So that is very important. Okay? Very, very important. Everything that I'm telling you right now is what you have to do whenever you're about to start a business. Always ensure your business, always insure your business for any loss such as fire or theft. Next, you have to create a website. It is not necessary at the beginning stage if you can target customers in different ways, such as advertising on YouTube, your Facebook, your Instagram, or sometimes send an email or text to friends and families about your business. Because sometimes the website is very costly, and so, when you're about to start a business, sometimes your resources are, minimum. And so you have to do the things that are more or most important. All right. So if you cannot afford a website right away, just use the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram, and send out emails, send out texts to your friends and families. So you use social media platforms to promote your brand and engage with your audience. Now, the IRS website um, has a lot of information about small businesses. But you have to ensure that when you visit the IRS website, you have to put irs.gov, irs.gov, because there are a lot of organizations that are putting slash whatever, right? And when you go to them, sometimes they're asking you for money. But all the information about small business that you need to know, right? Just go to the irs.gov, or you can ask an accountant to help you. There are free accountants in your communities, in your state, in your church organization, right, in your families, that you can ask for assistance and get it done for free. So most of the time, things that you can get for free, right? Um, just get it for free. Don't spend money to do it. It's not necessary. Now let's look at a few things that we can do to make money. And some people may say, "Oh, I'm not going to do that." Well, if you're not going to do that, then that's okay. But there are others who would like to do things that are not costly, start their business that are not costly. No, we do have like dog sitters. A lot of people, when they're going out of town, they want someone to take care of their little puppies. So if you're a dog lover, you know, set up your business for that. You can also become an event planner. All you need is a website and a contact number. You do not need an office, no, because you can meet with your clients, maybe at a Dunkin' Donuts or wherever. You can meet with your clients. Tutoring. You can take your clients to the library, right? Until you're ready to rent a location. Some of you teachers, you have the ability already. I wish I was a teacher. I like my field, I like accounting, but I wish I was also a teacher because the society needs teachers. And so if you are an English teacher, a math teacher, a social studies teacher, a science teacher. There are so many students who need help. And so you don't have to think about a classroom environment, right, to teach and make money. You just take them to the library. Just take them to the library, charge 25 to $75 an hour, and you can make money. Small things that we can do, like bake cookies. Do not say they won't sell, but you have to target people and get your orders in before making the cookies so that you do not become overwhelmed when you did not sell any, right? And that is why at the beginning I say you have to do a market research. Um, we have online bookkeepers. I am one. I am one, online bookkeepers. Um, I used to have an office, and then I said, oh, I'm just going to do online. So my clients, they send me their information, I do their books, I send it back to them, right? I send my bill online, they send my payment online, right? So online bookkeeper. And I see where a lot of people are talking about it now. So the next thing you can do is like cleaning services. There are a lot of churches um, out there that needs people to clean because a lot of members, they think that instead of them cleaning the church, we can get outside cleaners to come in and clean. So that's one business that you can start. So these are just small tips that I need to share with you, what I've researched, what I've learned over the past years, and so I'm sharing it with you. Now I want you to think about these things. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. This was said by Walt Disney. Nick said, in order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. That's what Nick said. Nick V. He said, in order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. And hear what Bill Gates said. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. I like this, right? Because whenever you're in a business and your customers try to discourage you, you want to give up. But Bill Gates is saying your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Right? And Maya Angelou, she said, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. And Oprah Winfrey, she said, don't worry about being successful, but work toward being significant, and success will naturally follow. That's what Oprah said. Let me repeat. Don't worry about being successful, but work toward being significant, and success will naturally follow. And that's what Oprah said. Thank you for joining me again. You know my time is limited, but please join me every third Friday on my YouTube channel. Next month, we'll be talking about stewardship, and I will be having a special guest. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel, right? See you in October, the third Friday in October. God bless you and God keep you. And remember, 1 Corinthians 13, verse 13, reminds us that love is the greatest. Thank you for joining Topics with Miss Beverly every third Friday of each month. Thank you for joining. God bless you.